Hello, this is Rebecca here with Create with Rebecca, and today I'm back with a quick video to show you my final flip through of A Week in a Life. This was actually a documentation that was done during April of 2017, but I just hadn't got everything quite done with it yet. So I basically worked on it this weekend and I was able to get it completed. One of the reasons I wanted to is because we are now in June, but also tomorrow is the documentation of A Day in Life. If you're not familiar with these two kind of classes, Allie Edwards, which I'll leave her link below, she has done this for many, many years, and this is like one of my favorite projects to do because you're basically documenting your day. I mean, the daily, mundane, non-eventful. Sometimes it can be eventful, but she basically picks, in this case, a week out of the year, and you do your documentation of what happens in that week, and then on the day in the life, you basically document the day. So I'm going to show you my flip through. I used a standard size traveler's notebook that I made myself, and you can see it's back in it was actually the week after Easter. And so, yeah, I have my little Easter theme here. But, so I'm going to show you this, and then I'll just kind of show you a quick glance of how I plan on doing the day in the life. And actually, the day in life is tomorrow, which is June 20th, which also happens to be my birthday. So I think that's kind of exciting. And so I wanted to get this project completed and put it documented, put it on the shelf. I'm done. Now I have this great little album to show how we celebrated our week in our life, or what we did. And although not a whole lot happened, a lot happened, so it'll be fun to I always like to look back on these, and my kids do too. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. This is one that I just kind of created. Again, it was springtime, and I used the little girl that was in my April kit. So I just put her on the cover, and basically just kind of made this into like a junk journal. And what I mean by junk journal is I added different size papers in there, different colors, those kind of things. I clipped in little notes, little tags, just kind of added stickers and washi and little things throughout different papers. Now, for this introduction, I really actually do kind of want an introduction. I did not quite get that in, so I'll come back and do that today. But basically, on Allie's website as well, and I just kind of have this as a file saved in my folders on my computer, but it has a documentation, and it's a timeline, so it runs from 4 a.m. to I think 3 a.m. And you basically, I see, I'm already seeing some things, but let me finish this up. So basically, you if you like, what I did was when I pre-made this, and I think I have a video on this as well, is I glue all these in, I add washi, and so that way I could carry my notebook with me and do documentation as the day goes on. So and as you can see, is the beginning of the week, things were, I'm always real thorough, but as things get light in the latter part of the week, because life gets busy. But anyway, so the first thing is just basically I put in my time, and I just fill in the blanks of what we went on. And then the second page is she actually has like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner up here, and then like favorite moment and different things like that. You can see I still need to come and journal this. I thought I had done that last night, but I'll finish that up. But I come in here and I use this as more of like my memory keeping and my picture taking. So sometimes I use like my favorite moment was, basically this is the day we picked out furniture, new furniture for our house. So, yeah, so I'll just come in here and fill that in as well. And then we move into Tuesday. Here's a little bit of like the kind of what I like to call junk journaling, but I just added a little tidbit of paper in here. And I just kind of said currently. I love these little sheets that you'll see, these little journaling cards that talk about what you're watching, what you're drinking, what you're loving, eating, texting, celebrating, those kind of things. And then, I just kind of put in some different, for instance, this is the planner that I've been using for documenting life, and so I just kind of wrote about that. And then, sometimes, like in this case, this is a story, not necessarily having to do with the times, but it was kind of a big thing that happened with us that week. And then the next page is this whole week what I noticed is I was really working hard on my May kit. So I wanted to put that in there because really and truly the kits are a big part of my life because I spent a lot of time putting them together. And in this case I made all new art for the May kit. So, and then, you know, like this one is a picture of, let me show you if you can see. It's kind of like, you know, I took pictures with my camera, not my camera, but my phone camera, but it shows my dishwasher being left open, and I get so distracted that sometimes you'll come back and look in the kitchen and the dishwasher will be open, all the cabinets will be open, my laundry room is off of the kitchen, so you'll see the door open with the dryer with half clothes hanging out, and then I'm like, who left this like this? And of course it's me, because I get so distracted, you know. I'm constantly, my brain, I guess it's a creative mind, because it's constantly thinking about other things, and of course I would much rather be cutting things and gluing things and painting things, and so that cracks me up every time I think about it. It drives my husband crazy, but it is who I am, and so that was fun to document that. And then Wednesday, you know, it's just kind of a mundane. I talk about, you know, we were really getting into the idea of selling our house, which now we've kind of changed our mind. We're so close to paying it off, and you know, we are decided we're going to make it the best that we can for our daughter throughout. She's got 7 years of school left till she graduates from high school, so we just thought, you know, in this case, it was just, we were still in discussion of it, but you know, again, it's like, then you'll realize, oh, I forgot we were talking about that. Probably we won't forget, but you know, it's just a way of documentation. My cats, which, yes, the life of a cat mom, letting them in and out at least 50 times a day, if not more, and feeding them snacks. They're already bothering me about feeding them snacks this morning. And then just me going to the grocery store. Not that I love to do that, but I'm very thankful is what I'll put in there, because going to the grocery store is not my favorite thing. Then this is, you know, your hourly documentation, and then the next day is, again, I'm up on the computer in the morning, you know, I'm working on my side hustle, which is my kits and my art. And then the morning routine, this is kind of what we've been doing, trying to exercise more and eat better. And then you have your hourly and another hourly documentation. And then you move into Thursday. I mean, we're already into Thursday. I always love the street when you pull into my neighborhood. It's just gorgeous. Look, the sky looks so huge, and so it's funny, most of the time you'll see me when I'm documenting a day or a week, you will see clouds. I just love clouds in the sky, especially when you pull into my road. It just looks so massive. Getting rid of the old furniture. Brazos, my daughter, is reading Nancy Drew, and so I really wanted to put that documentation in there. Plus, I found this little piece of paper left on the table that she was using for a bookmark, and it says Nancy Drew is the best, and I just love that. And of course, it's these books, sorry, I had to get over in the camera. This book little die cut, isn't it cute? This is from Chamel's. I don't have the name of her die cuts, but this was in this last, came out probably in January, but I thought that was a perfect fit. And then of course the Nancy Drew, I bought a kit offline from the Happy Marigold, and it had Nancy in there, so that's just the documentation of her little thing that she has going on. Friday comes around, you can kind of see that you know, it's kind of spotty. I'm going to add a picture here because I said here, worked on charms for May kit way into the night, and I want to do a picture of the charms because I was, you know, later on, you know, it could be questionable, like, okay, what did the charms look like? So I'm going to put a picture of the charms in there. Also on this page is the documentation of my daughter had made me a peanut butter sandwich for lunch, and then she had wrote a little note, and I had saved that note, and I just saw it last week, and wouldn't you know, I went to put it in here, cannot find it. So I left this this little space blank here because I am going to come in. I know I'm going to find that note eventually. It's just I couldn't find it, and I'm going to staple it in there. And then I'd love how my daughter gets my my phone, and takes all sorts of cute pictures. She loves to get on Snapchat and do all those cute little picture things. So that's something that she does quite frequently. And then the new couch was delivered, which I was totally freaked out. I felt like it was this huge, gigantic couch. And yeah, it needs some new pillows. It was very large, dark and brown. And so yeah, I totally kind of freaked out on the new couch. You never know what it's going to look like when you get it into the house. But then goes on to Saturday. Again, I just kind of wrote a story down in here. You know, here's something coming up. The Go Wild is going to be here in Austin, so that was really exciting. What we had for dinner, we had Schlotzsky's. And then happened to do on Saturday is my niece had a little baby shower, so I basically wrote the story of that, and then put some pictures in there. My pillow extravaganza outing was at pillows at the store called At Home. I just couldn't believe all the pillows. Took pictures of them. Got a new rug. And then we go into Sunday documentation. I documented what we made for breakfast. And then again, I did, like, as you can tell, I kind of stopped because Sunday afternoons are busy, but I just didn't document. So I just put life documented, and then I did have a picture of my daughter eating her favorite thing, which is ice cream. And there you have it. We have just kind of like what was going on that Sunday, and then I just did a little collage of fun little memory keeping tools. So anyway, that is it. I think I need to add a picture of the couch with the pillows, because I did take one and they looked really pretty, but I see I didn't add it in here, so I might have to do that in the back. I have a place in here in the back that was just left blank, and this is a great place to come in and just add pictures and maybe some things that you're thinking about, which I already know kind of a story. I want to write about my son in there, and so I'm going to use that space to write a story in there. And that is it. That's it. It's documented. I am so thrilled to have this completed and put away, and I'm ready to do the day in the life. Now let me show you real quick what I plan on doing the day in life. I am not doing a little traveler's notebook because it's only one day, and I did purchase these little cards and a little roller stamp from Allie Edwards. And this basically has, and I've already used this is a great little stamp. It says, you know, watching, eating, around here, currently Cinderella, sorry, currently loving, feeling, wanting, trying, wearing, buying. Did y'all hear that pop? My desk does that every once in a while, so I'm sorry if it's really loud on there. It scared me to death. Reading, listening, watching. Anyway, I just love this little stamp. I also use a little date stamp. So, that came in the kit as well, and then it was these little journaling cards that basically have the time on there. So I'll show you what I did, and it has, you know, the whole entire day, and I've already just put these in this these little inserts in my happy planner, and I'll take pictures and I can add those in here as well. But what I've done last time, and I'll show you, is also I excuse me, I think it was in the summer last time we did it as well, is I set my alarm on my clock on my phone, and like every hour I will I'll take a picture, you know, or like definitely during if things are happening, but this just kind of gives you a reminder of like, stop what you're doing, take a picture, what are you doing, what's going on, so you're documenting your day, because if it does get busy. But as you can see, this is what I did last time, so this is my plan to do as well. And it's, look, in this case it was only 4 sheets, so I may not even use all of those sheets in there, but it just tells about your day, and there you have it. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. I hope you're inspired to do a little something like this too. I think it's, if you can, even if it's just writing words and not pictures and all the decorations, it's fun to look back on, you know, your life, and I'm a big advocate for creative memory keeping. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.